Hello and welcome to Football Daily, where today we're bringing you what we think is the greatest Brazilian 11 of all time. Goalkeeper, Claudio Taffarel. Though under 6 feet tall, keeper Claudio Taffarel made up for his stature with exceptional agility and anticipation. He received over 100 caps for Brazil, winning the Copa America twice. In 1994 came the highest honour of his career, as he conceded just 3 goals in the course of the World Cup to help his country to the trophy. Taffarel hated the spotlight and refused a testimonial after his retirement from international play, instead devoting his energy to his family. And with 17 children, 15 of them adopted from poor neighbourhoods, his legacy in Brazil extends far beyond football. Right back, Cafu. Dani Alves, Djalma Santos and the great Carlos Alberto all have a claim to the right-back spot, but we had to give it to Marcos Evangelista de Moraes, the man known across the world as Cafu. Cafu grew up in the favelas of Sao Paulo and was rejected by 9 clubs before finally making Sao Paulo's youth team at 18. 142 caps later, the most of any Brazilian, Cafu had played in 3 Copas America and 3 World Cups, winning each trophy twice. And his energy and stamina were so remarkable that Alex Ferguson said it was as if he had 2 hearts. Centre-back, Lucio. Lucio announced himself to the world when playing for Brazil at the Olympics in 2000, when the Seleção needed a goal against Cameroon to force extra time. Lucio played the ball forward to midfielder Roger and continued his run for the return ball. When Roger dawdled and was tackled, Lucio walked over and nutted him. He quickly established himself in the senior team and went on to Bayer Leverkusen, Bayern Munich and Inter Milan, winning 4 league titles, the World Cup and the Champions League under Jose Mourinho in 2010. Centre-back, Thiago Silva. Partnering Lucio is Thiago Silva, the Paris Saint-Germain captain. Silva's performances in Ligue 1 have been so imperious that in the 2015-16 season, PSG did not lose a game until week 28 and only conceded 15 league goals up to that point. Having learnt his trade next to Alessandro Nesta at Milan, Silva is a sharp and consistent footballer, and despite losing the Brazil captaincy to Neymar, he has continued to play at a high level, covering for the more error-prone David Luiz and proving himself a goal threat from set pieces. Left back, Roberto Carlos. One of the most attacking fullbacks in history, Roberto Carlos left Inter Milan in 1996, when then Nerazzurri manager Roy Hodgson insisted on playing him on the wing. Real Madrid, however, were perfectly happy with the idea of Carlos flying down the sideline, and he served Los Blancos faithfully for 11 seasons. Known for his blinding speed and impossible strikes, Carlos scored 69 goals in Madrid and covered the entire left side of the field on his own. Centre mid, Socrates. Like his famous namesake, former Seleção captain Socrates was highly intelligent, managing to qualify as a doctor while playing football professionally, and practicing medicine after his retirement. The midfielder was an energetic 2-footed playmaker, despite heavy smoking and drinking habits. He failed to win a major trophy, but was the brain of the highly regarded 1982 Brazilian World Cup squad, knocked out by eventual champions Italy in the second round. After football, he became politically active, writing for newspapers and magazines, and even beginning a novel about the 2014 World Cup, before his untimely death at 57. Right wing, Jairzinho. The 1970 Brazil team is often cited as the best of all time, but you might be surprised to hear that Pele was arguably not that squad's best player. Instead, the real star was Jairzinho, who overcame a twice broken leg to score in every round of the competition, including the final, the only player ever to do so. He finished with 7 goals and a winner's medal, and was given the nickname of the Hurricane for his speed and ferocious shot. After 200 goals for Botafogo and a spell at Marseille, Jairzinho managed the Gabon national team, and now trains youngsters for free in Rio's slums. Attacking midfield, Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho Gaucho was a remarkable creative talent. Capable of scoring or creating a chance with his incredible skill, he even made getting from A to B exciting, with his repertoire of no-look passes, rainbow flicks and elasticos. Ronaldinho's career was hampered by his interest in clubbing and drinking, but his natural ability was almost unrivaled, and he was a prolific goalscorer, with 91 goals in 198 appearances for Barcelona, and 33 in 97 for Brazil. 3 league titles, a Champions League, a Copa America and the World Cup are all among the Gaucho's honours, and, for all his problems, no one encapsulated the idea of joga bonito like Ronaldinho. Left wing, Garrincha. The Ronaldinho of the 1960s was Garrincha, often called the greatest dribbler of all time. The angel with twisted legs struggled with physical disabilities and the temptations of alcohol and women over a career which saw little silverware at club level but 2 World Cup triumphs. He was voted into the best 11 of the 1958 World Cup and was the best player overall in 1962, when Pele missed much of the tournament with an injury. In 60 games, Brazil only ever lost once when Garrincha was in the team. He died from cirrhosis of the liver at 49. Forward, Ronaldo. Ronaldo Luis Nazario de Lima won the World Cup twice with Brazil, and he might have managed a hat-trick of winners' medals if it hadn't been for a convulsive fit the night before the 1998 final. The next day, Brazil's players were shaken and couldn't cope with an incredible team performance from France. Between 1994 and 1999, Ronaldo scored 115 goals in 134 games, before his first serious knee injury. Over the following years, fitness issues stole his pace and agility piece by piece, but the boy who'd grown up unable to afford the bus to trials won the Ballon d'Or twice and became the best player in the world. Forward, Pele. Christened Edson after Thomas Edison, Pele proved himself a genius just like the American, with more than 780 official career goals. Brazil's all-time top scorer with 77 in 91 appearances, Pele netted his first international goal at just 16, and a year later went to the World Cup. There he scored 6, including a hat-trick in the semi and 2 in the final. That was his first of 3 World Cup wins, and he has been voted the greatest player ever to have lived countless times over the last half-century. Not bad for a boy whose first football was a rolled-up sock stuffed with rags.
So guys, that was our 11. It was very controversial, but who would you change? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like this video, check out our top 10 Brazilians to play in Europe. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe.